Welcome to our channel Storm Rider. In the vast world of utility vehicles, where function often overshadows form, there exists a van that not only carried people and goods reliably but did so with an unexpected touch of elegance and refinement. The Toyota Hiace Super Custom, especially the models from the 1990s, is one of those rare vehicles that transcended its utilitarian purpose and became something much more. During this era, Toyota perfected the formula for what a comfortable, reliable, and versatile van should be, and the result was a machine that remains a beloved classic even decades later. The exterior design of the 1990s Toyota Hiace Super Custom is one that balances practicality with a unique visual charm. It had a distinctive boxy silhouette that maximized interior space, which was ideal for both passengers and cargo. This was not a van trying to look like something it wasn't. It embraced its form, and that form served a purpose. The high roofline, large windows, and generous proportions gave it an unmistakable road presence. Its short overhangs and well-defined lines made it easy to maneuver despite its size, while the large windshield and upright driving position gave drivers an excellent view of the road. Most models rode on relatively small wheels, usually 15 inches, which further contributed to a smooth, comfortable ride rather than sporty performance. What truly set the Super Custom apart, however, was not how it looked on the outside, but how it made you feel on the inside. Sliding open the side door revealed an interior that was far more luxurious than what anyone would expect from a van during that time. The Super Custom came in multiple trim levels, with the higher-end versions offering an experience closer to that of a premium SUV than a workhorse van. Plush velour upholstery covered the seats, which were generously padded and shaped to support long-distance travel. Some versions even came with captain's chairs in the second row, complete with armrests and reclining functions. In certain trims, those middle-row seats could swivel to face the rear, transforming the interior into a lounge on wheels. The rear bench could be folded flat into a bed, making overnight trips or spontaneous camping outings not only possible but comfortable. Overhead, many variants featured dual sunroofs that added natural light and a sense of openness to the cabin. Soft touch materials, wood grain panels, and mood lighting contributed to an unexpectedly high-end feel. Curtains lined the windows, not just for privacy but to enhance the cozy, lounge-like atmosphere during night drives or daytime naps. Some models even featured ambient temperature displays and digital climate controls that allowed different zones of the van to be heated or cooled independently. These features were rare in mainstream vans of the time, and even rarer in something designed for utility as much as comfort. Under the hood, Toyota offered several engine options, catering to different market needs and buyer preferences. Petrol options like the 2.4-liter 2RZE and the 2.7-liter 3RZFE were smooth and reliable, often paired with automatic transmissions for ease of use. However, it was the diesel variants that gained legendary status. Among these, the 3.0-liter 1KZT turbo diesel engine stood out as a fan favorite. This four-cylinder powerhouse delivered around 130 horsepower and well over 290 Nm of torque, making it ideal for hauling heavy loads or climbing steep hills without breaking a sweat. It was renowned for its durability and was often found in Helix pickups and Land Cruiser Prados of the era, further cementing its reputation as a workhorse engine. Mated to a 4-speed automatic or 5-speed manual transmission, the drivetrain was robust and dependable. Many Hiace Super Customs were equipped with rear-wheel drive, but Toyota also offered 4-wheel drive versions that could handle rougher terrain or adverse weather conditions with ease. The van's body-on-frame construction, a feature it shared with trucks and SUVs, meant it was far more durable and capable off-road than most other passenger vans. This made it a favorite for conversions, with many enthusiasts turning it into camper vans or adventure rigs. Some were even equipped with limited slip differentials and high ground clearance, allowing them to tackle gravel roads, muddy trails, or snow-covered mountain passes without hesitation. On the road, the Hiace Super Custom was not a vehicle built for speed or sharp handling, but it made up for that with comfort and stability. The suspension setup, typically double wishbone at the front and leaf springs at the rear, was tuned for a plush ride, especially when loaded with passengers. The ride quality was smooth, absorbing bumps and imperfections with ease. It cruised effortlessly on highways, and while it wasn't the most aerodynamic vehicle, it felt secure and planted even at higher speeds. The steering was light but accurate, making it easy to pilot despite its size, especially with the help of large side mirrors and excellent outward visibility. Inside the cabin, noise insulation was surprisingly good for a van of this era. The engine was well dampened, and road noise was kept to a minimum. Drivers were greeted with a clean, logical dashboard layout that placed controls within easy reach. Analog dials gave off a sense of solidity and precision, and the center console sometimes featured digital climate controls or cassette and CD players that were considered premium at the time. Later versions even offered options like a small TV screen and VCR combo for rear passengers, highlighting how much Toyota leaned into making the Super Custom feel like a mobile living room. Beyond the specs and features, what made the 1990s Hiace Super Custom so special was its versatility. It could be a family vehicle, a commercial van, a hotel shuttle, or a mobile camper. Its flat floor and spacious layout meant it could be configured and reconfigured to suit virtually any need. Mechanics loved it because it was easy to work on and rarely broke down. Owners loved it because it just kept going, year after year, often crossing the 300,000 or even 500,000 kilometer mark without major engine work. That legendary Toyota reliability was not just a marketing slogan, it was built into every nut and bolt of the Hiace. In many parts of the world, especially in regions with tough driving conditions, the Hiace Super Custom became the vehicle of choice not just because it was durable, but because it provided comfort in the face of discomfort. Whether it was being used to transport tourists up winding mountain roads or ferry workers across long, dusty routes in the countryside, it did the job with quiet confidence. In countries like Kenya, Pakistan, the Philippines, and Indonesia, the Hiace became a backbone of public transportation systems. Meanwhile, in Japan, it was a popular choice for large families or even small businesses that needed to move both people and goods. Another aspect that added to its charm was its unique ability to age gracefully. Unlike many vehicles from the 1990s that began to feel outdated quickly, the Hiace Super Custom retained a timeless quality. Its design never tried too hard to be modern or flashy, which meant it didn't go out of style as trends changed. Its mechanical simplicity made it easy to maintain or upgrade. Enthusiasts today are restoring these vans not just for nostalgia, but because they still offer something that modern vehicles can't, a blend of analog character and practical design that feels honest and purposeful. There's also a growing community around the Hiace Super Custom. Online forums, social media groups, and YouTube channels are dedicated to documenting restoration projects, road trips, and camper van conversions. Owners share tips on how to import parts, upgrade interiors, or even swap in more powerful engines while maintaining the van's classic appeal. It's a van that invites customization and creativity. Some go for full off-grid setups with solar panels and pop-up roofs, while others keep it close to stock, preserving its original charm. Either way, it remains a vehicle that sparks joy and invites exploration. While newer generations of the Hiace have gone in a more commercial and less characterful direction, the 1990s Super Custom remains a shining example of when Toyota prioritized comfort and quality in equal measure. It wasn't just built to transport, it was built to take care of its passengers. And that philosophy resonates even more today, in an age where many vehicles feel disposable or overly reliant on electronics. The Super Custom represents a different era of automotive design, one where things were built to last, and comfort didn't have to come with a premium badge. In conclusion, the 1990s Toyota Hiace Super Custom is more than just a van. It's a symbol of reliability, comfort, and timeless design. Whether you're driving one through the streets of Tokyo, the mountains of New Zealand, or the deserts of the Middle East, it feels at home anywhere. It continues to win hearts not through flashy gimmicks or aggressive marketing, but through decades of real-world dependability and thoughtful engineering. It's the kind of vehicle that, once you've experienced it, leaves a lasting impression. And in a world that moves fast and forgets quickly, the Super Custom reminds us that true greatness lies in doing the basics incredibly well.